Good morning, everyone. I watched a movie a few days ago called I Am Legend. Will Smith's main character. Let me straighten out Dad's picture again. He sits on top of the bass speaker, and every time I listen to my friend's vids, he gets bounced around a bit. Anyway, back to this thing. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I had a couple of problems with it, but I like that kind of movie. I like futuristic things. You know, he's involved in where he made this. Either he was a part of it, or he was a part of the trying to solve this virus that became an airborne virus that was going to solve. I don't know. I think it was AIDS or something like that. It was going to cure a problem, but instead it turned everyone into ghouls, and we all know about ghouls. Kill the brain, kill the ghoul. But he kind of didn't figure that the ghouls would have any intelligence and would figure out what he was doing. And they did. And he had set up a trap to catch the ghouls. You know, these monsters of the night, humans, what man had evolved into after this virus had taken over. It's just him and his dog left. His wife and kid are killed in a helicopter accident. He's an army officer. They were killed in a helicopter accident trying to evacuate. You find all this out. It's like one of these things where they keep jumping back to, you know, the day of what happened. You don't really know what's going on in the beginning. You got to kind of like watch the whole thing, and so they keep doing all the flashbacks so you see what the whole movie's all about. But the ghouls are relentless. If they know where you are, they're like army ants. They're coming in and they're going to get you. The funny thing is, he set up this trap to catch a ghoul, and it happened to be like one of the main ghoul's girlfriends, right? So the main ghoul, he's like totally pissed, and he figures out a way where, you know, Will Smith keeps going to the like Blockbuster or whatever and picking out DVDs and I watch that night, and he's talking to all the mannequins. So one of the ghouls takes one of the mannequins, you know, during the night and sets it up as a trap for him to walk up, and he's talking, what are you doing here? And boom, he finds himself in the same sort of trap hanging from this guy you know, on a piece of rope. So he gets knocked out on the way up. You know, his head goes back and hits the cement and knocks him out. And he's waking up, and these guys can only come out in the dark, right? You can't, the sunlight hits them and they burn up. You know, typical type of vampire ghoul. And he gets to a point to where his dog gets killed, and like his dog was like his only, it was his last attachment to reality and to life and what he wants to do. It's a really good movie, and but in this point he goes down. He's going to have it out with the ghouls at night in his car on this pier, right? And he's been sending out signals over an AM frequency worldwide. If anyone's out there, please come and save me. Please come and meet me. I'll feed you, take care of you, and everything. Now he's in the middle of this tremendous battle with thousands of ghouls, and bam! All of a sudden, this woman shows up. Big flash of light. I guess that scared off the thousands of ghouls for long enough for her to get him into her car that she has her son in, and they make it back to his apartment. That so far the ghouls don't know where it is, but this night they find out where it is. And the following night they attack. And she's telling him there's this place in Vermont that I heard about that, you know, where there are survivors like ourselves that are not ghouls, and I can get you there. And he's like, totally, believe me, it's a myth, there's no possible way. Well, night falls, the ghouls come after him, and they're just coming after him. They get into the house, and he's got like this safety wall in his basement where he's been working on ghouls, trying to figure out a solution to solve, the problem and get rid of this virus. And he takes the girl and the son and puts them inside of like an oven type thing. It's inside of behind this glass wall encasement that he's made for himself, a plexiglass encasement. Ghouls don't see any of this. They haven't made it into that space yet. They get through. He gets killed. The sun comes up. The woman gets to her car with her kid. They take off for Vermont. They get there, and there actually is a safety place, a place where they built these huge walls around. I guess they keep it patrolled all day and night. And that's the end of the movie. Now, I'll put a disclaimer up in the box since I forgot to tell you, if you haven't seen it, don't watch the end. But I know a lot of people do not read the description in the box. I do, because it helps me in my comments. But I know a lot of people don't, and you can tell by their comments, because I'll say in the box, what I'm talking about and explaining, and in their comments they'll be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. They'll say something that, well, it doesn't matter. Some people read the box, some people don't read the box. It doesn't matter. Anyway, thank you all for your participation, and I'll catch you back on it. Bye. Oh, you like my lonely old general over here, and he's pondering underneath and sitting in his big chair. What to do next? What to do next? It's one of my favorite art pieces. I figure I've found that open space down there, and I've been moving an art piece down there. I think if you see in the last couple of vids, I'll be swapping that out, and sometimes it'll just be vacant or whatever. And let's zoom in on it, so you can have a good look if you want. Alright, I guess you can make it out or you can't, whatever. But anyway, it's a nice piece of art. Like I said, I thank you for your participation. I'll catch you back on it soon. I hope I didn't bore you too much. Bye-bye.